Welcome back to a new month of clubs with Spellbinders. Today, February 1st, we have the kickoff of Spellbinders clubs for February 2024. And this is the large die of the month. It is called Floral Bunny Basket, and it is a keeper. So let's jump in and take a look. Here is the basket, full of all its glories in the way it is intended to be used. Of course, we don't always use the baskets in the way they are intended to be used on this channel, do we? But we're going to use some of it, of course. This adorable little bunny jumping into the basket with his little fuzzy feet and his little ears and his little tushy. We have lots of florals, and the wicker of the basket is to die for. It's wonderful. So the basket itself comes with these carrots to adorn it. Of course, the basket, and it's a 3-part piece, which I'll show you, and a bunch of dies to put together the bunny, which we will do here shortly. We have the greenery and the stems with the bell type flowers and the gorgeous tulips. Here's the basket, and it shows you the assembly. So just to give you an idea of the size of the dies, it's a pretty big set. This basket, if you look, it's the size of my hand. Of course, this is disassembled, so it will stack and it'll get a little smaller. The dies are really great because you can cut it all at once, and then the feet are separate. That's the color that's going to go behind your little foot. So that's really convenient that you're going to have all of your furry colors one die, and then just your background color the other die. So that's really nice. Then you have all your floral dies. So you have these gorgeous leaf with all these intricate details, the bell stems, the tulip stem, your bell flowers all in one cut, the layerable tulips, and of course your carrot with his topping. So that is all of that. Then we're also going to bring in the 3D embossing folder, which is gorgeous. This is called Easter Egg Hunt, and I'll show it to you here real quick. Look at the detail. Now I have sprayed this with Mr. Mighty Mister, and all I did is get one good spray, put it in my 3D embossing folder, and ran it through my Platinum 6, and this is what we got. So I love this embossing folder. It is beautiful. And look, I got me some Easter egg nails to go with this collection this month. Isn't it cute? I thought they were adorable. So adding to this basket, we are also going to use a glimmered bow from the October 2023 club, Bouquet Full of Joy. So I just pulled out that gorgeous bow from that, and that is going to be at the top of our basket. There it is right there. So that is the product we're using today. So let's just jump on in and build our basket. So I have chosen to do a white basket, be a little different. I always loved the pretty white baskets as a little girl growing up. They were always so pretty with the greenery and the different candies, and there'd always be a chocolate bunny in it and Easter eggs and the grass, and it was just so fun. So they have the etched border detail die here to go around the edge of the basket like so. So we're just going to glue that one on, and then we will attach the handle. This is a white pearl card that I'm using here. I wanted it to stand out a little bit. There we go. I have doubled up my paper so it's a little thicker, just to give it some dimension, and I love the details in the die that it gives. It gives the etching plus the holes. It's really, really pretty. So now we will add the basket here at the bottom. Just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of that. And then add it here. Yeah, I like it in just a little bit like that. Just going to hold it down and give it some time to catch. I think I'm going to move it over here and get an acrylic block and let an acrylic block sit on it while we build the rest of our items. There we go. So for our card base, I already attached my double-sided adhesive to the back of the embossing folder, then added some extra cardstock here. This just gives an easy platform for adhering this to the card base and also gives the 3D embossed paper a very flat and stable look to it, so it's not rippled and it just looks really nice and fresh. I just really love the stability of it too. I use the pearl card as the card base on the top here, also to pull in the basket. There we go. So that is also done. We'll set that aside to dry. Now we will just assemble our little pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little dot of glue on each of my stems. It's wonderful to have these little flowers have that little dot there. It's already ready for us to add our flowers. I guess I should turn all of these around so they're turned the right way. Make for easier gluing with our little pickup tool here. This makes life a lot easier when you're gluing to have one of these little trusty tools. Get your dies exactly where you want them. I have already done that foot and that ear just to save time. So we'll just add a little bit of glue here. I'm doubling up on each of these pieces to give stability. And I like to just take the die cut and just feel around it like so to make sure it lines up really easily. Super simple, but if you look, it does make a difference here on how it bends, and it just, to me, it's a lot sturdier. So that's the reason a lot of times on small die cuts I will double up. I also like to do it on sentiments too, when there is a sentiment. A lot of times I don't show this in the video, but I just thought I would show it today, so you know what I'm talking about when I say double up or that I have doubled up. Oh, we got to put the pink there behind it. But it's very quick and simple. It doesn't take a lot of work. Now a lot of people do use white cardstock for the doubling. I like to use the same color. I know it's a little, people will say it's wasting cardstock, but I don't like to see the white coming out the edges if it's not exactly perfect. And sometimes even when it is perfect, you still see the white edge there. And I'd rather it all be the same color. So we'll just get that little bunny bottom right there. See, it's gonna glue right there, the bunny tail. Super cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on the bottom of the paw. We don't have glue everywhere. And then we will attach that to the little pink piece of the background. Love how everything just comes together so simply. Look at that. Super, super cute. So, okay, and then the bottom here has the etching lines showing you exactly where to put the paws and put the bottom, so it makes it super simple to apply your glue. And you might hear little Lolo in the background. She's at my feet wanting to be part of the video. So if you hear her, just know that that's her. She's down by my feet and keeping me warm, and it is kind of a chilly night here in Atlanta. So I'm okay with that, as long as she doesn't bother you guys too much. Let's see how we want. Make sure our feet are going in the right direction. They are directional. So you'll want to put that foot there and I'm gonna put a little more glue here. And put this little guy here, right there on those etched lines. Perfect. Look at that. They make it perfect for you. Then you have these little glue dots here. See that? They have you walking you right through it. Then let's see how far we want these. We can just put his little ears right there. Move them around just a little bit, maybe separate them a little where we want them. Oops. There we go. Let's see, maybe a little closer. Push down when you're happy with them. There we go. There's our little bunny. So now let's bring the basket back in here. And then we've got a lot of greenery here. I've opted in this example not to color my greenery. Now when we get to the small die of the month, I have done a little bit of coloring. But in this one, I decided to just keep the dies fresh and clean. Now, you might be looking at this and wondering, wait a minute, Melanie, something's missing, right? There's no tulips. The color is kind of bland. Well, I don't always do things like everybody else does, right? I want to show you a different way to use this. So, dun, da, da, da. Let me bring in something a little different that you may or may not already have. You might have it, or you'll have something else in your stash similar to it, I'm sure. Cute, little, perfectly sized Easter eggs. Because my Easter basket as a child didn't have flowers in it. It had candy and Easter eggs. So I had to make some Easter eggs. So here we are with our Easter eggs. So let's put our greenery in our basket and let's build us an Easter basket and let's have our bunny jumping into the Easter eggs, because after all, the Easter bunny brings Easter eggs, right? Right. So this is here again, Melanie's Fantasy World. And Melanie's Fantasy World says we need Easter eggs. So if you're wondering where these cute little bunny eggs came from along with the butterfly, I am using last month's release, which is Simon Hurley's Easter bunnies. Now, I did not get a chance to play with this last month, and I decided it was perfectly sized and appropriate for this month's clubs. So you will be seeing this scattered through this month's club videos from me. It is gorgeous, or maybe not gorgeous is the word for it, but adorable. Let's just put it that way. And it comes with coordinating dies that Spellbinders creates for it. So it is a collaboration between Ranger, Simon Hurley Create, and Spellbinders. So I'm very pleased to work with these products, and they work perfectly with this month's clubs. So if you have not already gotten this and you're interested, the links will be below. But in the meantime, let's just play with this and see how this works out. So I'm going to hook some of these greenery leaves, I think, right down here. So I'm going to just put some of these here. Let's see how this looks. And I think I'm just going to glue some of these to start with, right like that. And we are just going to see how this works. I have no rhyme or reason. We're just going to play and see how this comes together. Let's see. Because there's going to be a bunny here, so I'm okay with those two being there together. Okay. Now we can adjust them just a little bit. All right. So I'm going to just let that sit there for a second. And before that completely dries, I'm going to see where these might need to go. Because these might need to just scooch down here a little bit. We're going to have this here. Then we are going to have another one. Let me get it. Here. You know, I'm going to have that butterfly up in the air, so I'm going to take that one out and put that one in there. We'll put this one and the purple one, or the blue one down below. These, my nails are giving me a hard time. So how about we do 3 like that. Then we will do a green one there, like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is adorable. See, am I glued to the glass mat? Remember, it's only being held down by a little bit of glue there. Let's see, is it holding? Okay, it's just holding a little. So it's just got it kind of temporarily there, because I just used a little bit of glue. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of glue here. I can glue more in a few minutes, but I just want to get these in place. Just going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom and get these where I want them. Okay. And then we will put one more. Do I want that one? No. And I'm going to put the butterfly up on the handle here. So I want the yellow egg behind, like down on the bottom. So that is why I'm holding out on that one. We're going to put this one here because I want that flower showing in the egg. Might tilt it a little bit this way. Okay, push that down so that glue catches. Then we will stick this one here. Put a little bit of glue also to hold it on there. Okay, now let's put Mr. Bunny. Where do they come up with these cute ideas? Now this is going to need a little foam, I think. So I think at this point, we're still going to have some tucking to do because these are going to come in here. I think we might put them on top though. Like so. And maybe put this one maybe in the back so it comes out like that. And then we have a few other leaves that we can then tuck in here and have some up. So we have some in the foreground, some in the background. Oh yeah, that is going to look perfect. Isn't that going to look great? Oh my goodness. This is going to look wonderful. Very full. And I don't think I could ask for much more than that. And then we'll put the bow up there. And then we'll have 2 little eggs still left to sit down here. That, my friends, is my vision. So now we just need to make it come to life. I think we can do it. So let's move this over to the card base. Oh my goodness, is this not adorable? Now I'm going to scoot this up a little bit because my plan is to bring this sentiment right down here, and it's foiled the same as the bow. So I'm going to move the bow up. Now, I want to think from the back up for gluing purposes. So let's think this, if I'm going to have it come down in here, and I think looking at this area still has a little opening. I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and put this permanently down. I'm going to slide it in, holding my basket. Slide this in, down here. I want to make sure it's inside that 5x7 though, because this is a 5x7 card. So I'm going to go ahead and place that down right there. Then, let's see which ones of these are permanent. Okay, this one is not. This one is not. This one is not. This, of course, is up here. Okay, that one's permanent. Okay, those 4 are permanent. These are permanent. Okay, so now, so all these other ones were kind of on top. Nothing else is going in the back. This one's even going on top. So we can go ahead and glue the basket down. So now I am going to make sure everything here has glue. I'm not going to glue the tips down. I'm just going to make sure everything that's important here has glue. So now we're just going to go for the center. Remember that the bunny is going to still be getting in there. So now I'm just centering the basket, leaving room at the bottom for the sentiment. Okay, I'm going to sit this right here for a moment. Give that some nice firm pressure. This is so exciting, guys. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so cute. I hope you guys like this project. I know it's going to be kind of a long video, but I think it's going to be so worth it. This is a first, guys. This is the first time ever my dog is curled up at my feet and is warming my feet up and keeping me warm while I record a video. I'm so excited that she's actually nice and calm and just curled up at my feet. Such a sweet moment while I do this. So I'm very blessed that she's growing up to being such a sweet young lady. Now we will look for this bunny to go on here and fill this little space. Beautiful. Now on here, I am going to have to use some foam. So let me grab some foam. I have some remaining club kit foam here that I would really like to use up. So I'm going to use some of this. If you have any of this in your stash, make sure you use it because it's a really good foam. I'm going to put some right here on his ear. I think that will work for that part. Let's see if that's the right thickness. Yeah, okay. Then I just need a little bit right here. Okay. And then I think we will be okay because I'm going to adhere these parts of the legs right here to the basket itself. And then this part to the background. So let's see how this works. I think this should keep it pretty even. So you guys are going to have to let me know down in the comments what you think about this idea of using your Easter eggs in the basket, and what other things you might be thinking about doing with this basket. It is so adorable. Do you have grandkids that you're going to be making little Easter egg or Easter cards for this year? Ugh, it's just so cute. Okay, that looks perfect, and it gives just like a little lift in here, so it looks like he's really jumping in. But with this dimension here and then doing the foam there, he's very even, and that's what I was after. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this sentiment right down here, because that way I don't mess it up. This is a glimmered sentiment from the Glimmer Club of the Month. So make sure you check out that video. That will be coming up soon. I have videos that include every club this month. And you'll definitely want to check out the Better Press video this month, as the deluxe Caboodle kit free gift is coordinating with the Better Press Club this month, and it is a keeper. So let's see where, okay, I was going to put this one in first. Let's put this one down where we wanted it first. Put this one down. Okay, so we got that there. So I've got one in the back, I've got one in the front. Now I'm going to be adding a little more dimension here by adding more leaves. Now, I should have done that before I put my bunny in there. So I might have to do some trimming, which is okay. I can do some trimming. Okay, so we're going to do this one here. So note to self, put your greenery in before your bunny. But this is going to work out fine. I will show you how to do a workaround. So if you're wanting this one to come up like here maybe, and then I'm going to want one to come up here. That looks good. So this one is just going to need a little trimmed off to be able to come up. Well, because of that, it might not. There we go. There we go. You just got to work it a little bit. So there we go. And then for this one, I want him to come up like so. So I'm going to trim him down also. And I may have to play with that foam square. But I think, let me see. Yeah, I am going to play with that foam square a little bit. I'm going to lift that a little. Well, actually I didn't. I just had to lift that leaf. Or you want to put your greenery in before you put your bunny down, just to make it easier for your placement of the greenery. But now, because I pulled that foam up, it can slide right down in here, and I can just kind of add that in like so. So I'm just going to put a little glue under here and slide it right down there like so. So you got all your greenery both in the back and in the front. You got your eggs. Now we're going to put a couple little eggs down here. So I'm going to put one here on the basket. We'll put that one like so. So I think I'm going to go ahead and place this one down flat right on top of the yellow one. I don't think it needs to be popped up. I think it'll look better like So I think it's just got more or enough dimension already without it being popped up. There we go. I like that better. Yeah. Scoot it down just a little bit. So cute. Okay, so now we just need a little butterfly, and we'll put her like maybe up here to where she's flying in the flowers. And then we'll put our bow right up here. So there is our finished card. I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed this video and that you will consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Happy crafting! And like I said, all the links to the clubs are down below for your convenience. And I will see you in the next club video. Talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.